your first season with the Hurricanes, coming down from Woodlawn High School in Birmingham. What really attracted you to the Bryant job and made you want to relocate down here to Coastal Alabama?
Well, I get that a lot. People ask me that a lot. What's not to like? It's a great school. You have great young men that want to play football in a great area of football. I mean, you're in one of the best regions in the state of Alabama, which plays the best high school football in the country, 6A. So it's very exciting, and you're on the coast. You're just a little bit away from everywhere. So it was just really didn't have to think about it very much.
Bryant's one of my favorite places to cover a game, mainly because nobody tailgates better and has better pregame food than
Right.
the parking lot at Bryant ball game. But in all seriousness, talk a little bit about the support and the welcoming you've gotten from that tight community there in Ballabatra.
Well, I've been coaching 27 years, been head coach probably 20 of those, and never anywhere have I been has been such a gracious group of people and community. They've really opened up their arms, opened up their hearts, do anything in the world to try to help the program. And the administration's the same way, so how can you not be successful when you have all those things in order? So we just got to work hard and get it in the right direction.
Well, moving on to talk specifically about this 2013 season, I know we've talked some already about some of the players returning and some of the losses from last year, but talk about the coaching staff you've put together, some of the holdovers from maybe last year's staff and also some of the new faces you brought in.
Well, coaching-wise, as far as the staff goes, the best staff I've ever had. You don't have to say anything to them as far as picking the ball up and running with it. They know their job. They stay on top of their job. They discipline the players. They keep them in line. But and our kids, that's not hard to do. They're going to be in line. But and their X's and O's and fundamentals on the field. So you got a great staff there. I brought in Will Randolph, that also works with the offensive line, along with Brian Pope, and he's just a great addition. We have another coach coming in. Can't say yet because it hadn't gone through the board, but he'll be coaching receivers, and we really look forward to that also. But defensively, Scott Meredith and Lonnie Rollins has been heading up the defense, and we'll narrow that down a little more. They've done a great job with that. I just believe it's one of the best staffs, and I didn't put it all together. It just, it's just that they were there. I brought in a couple more guys, and it's just really becoming close.
Coach, a lot of your players are going to see a familiar face across the sidelines in your opener against Foley. Of course, former Bryant coach Eddie Stevenson's moved on as the offensive line coach at Foley now. That being aside, what are you really looking for in that opener that will indicate to you that the kids are buying into your program and moving in the right direction going into the 13 season?
Well, I believe going into that first game, the main thing I want to see is us fundamentally doing the things that we want to be doing. In the spring jamboree game, you could tell that we were thinking along those lines, but it seemed like these things are really just a suggestion that we're supposed to be doing. Now during the summer, you can tell it's starting to be more embedded and bred into what they believe. So I'm looking for, of course, for a victory, and I know Foley's going to be good. They're going to be a hard-nosed football team. Of course, coaching-wise, I mean, to me, I know Coach Stevenson over there, but that doesn't play any part at all on us preparing or anything.
Coach, really appreciate you sitting down with us, and all the best of luck this fall down in Ballabatra to your Bryant Hurricanes.
Well, thank you very much. Great being here. Look forward to being here for a while. And like I said, I love it down here, and I love Bryant High School already. Look forward to it.
That's good insight into the 2013 Hurricane football program from new head coach Bruce Breland.
Coach, real quick, could you talk about your two big play receivers, specifically one that just transferred from Theodore, had to sit out last season?
All right, Jerry's Hackworth. Jerry's, the thing about him is that's so impressive is not only just his physical attributes, it's just you can watch him run a route and you can tell that he is at a different level. I mean, he can break down a secondary just by how he handles himself out in the open field. He sticks his routes real well. Man to man, he gets great separation. He's got the hands, he's got the height. He understands what we're trying to do. I think he's trying to help us a little bit on defense also, and I don't want to hinder him offensively because he is such a great addition to the offense. He would be in anybody's offense. So we're really looking forward to getting the ball in his hands. He's a playmaker for sure.
Excellent.
Josh is physically he's a thicker kid. He doesn't have quite the height Jarius does, but Josh again has super hands, and I know both of them are visiting Troy today. But they're getting a lot of attention from D1s, some SEC teams. Josh too can be at that level that Jarius is. He's a playmaker also. It's very good on my part to have both those on each end, out there. It helps make a coach look good.
Is that going to make the transition easier for the offense as a whole, changing quarterbacks this season?
Oh, for sure, because the Bill's confidence quarterback, if he does throw a bad ball, that those guys can go get it. And of course, or if I call a bad play, those guys can get us out of it. So that's definitely a positive.
Talking recruiting, what do you do as a coach in order to help your players get noticed more?
Well, I think it's important, one, to just get the word out. I mean, I know the coaches are beating the bushes, but so many kids fall through the cracks. Woodlawn, the starting defensive back there, named Chris Davis, was falling through the cracks the same way. And you just have got to stay in contact. We send information out. When the colleges come in, we have folders for them, where it really puts a highlight on those kids. And just like the Chris Davis kid, he would have never gone SEC if we have not been out there, promoting him. And sometimes that's misconstrued because people think this coach gets me a scholarship. No high school coach gets a player scholarship. Those college coaches, their livelihood depends on the players they sign. So they're going to watch film. They're going to do the recruiting. They're going to do the digging, finding out what kind of kid that is. So it's very important that high school kids understand that their film is their resume and how they carry themselves on and off the field.